Hey guys, it's Spooky Boots here, and today we are going to be going out street skating, collecting clips for my 1,000 subscriber edit. I'm so close, like 300 subscribers away at the moment, and I just want to get this done and shot, and hopefully we can get some clips today. I'm not really feeling too well. I kind of have a head cold or something going on. We're also going to be on the Kizer Element 2 frame. This is an all-metal frame. I've skated it a handful of times, I think actually like maybe 3 times, at the skate park and never in the streets. So I have 3 spots in mind today. I want to go ahead and see how this frame holds up on all 3 of those spots. If all that sounds appealing to you guys, go ahead and stick around. We're gonna try to get some clips. I'm gonna tell you how these frames hold up, and yeah, we're just gonna have a good session. Before we get into today's video, I want to ask that if you guys are enjoying my channel, you're enjoying the content I'm making, you like what I do, go ahead and please consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot. It helps YouTube push my video around so that way more people can become exposed to inline skating. We are skating the Kizer Element 2 frames, like I said earlier. It is a frame that I really don't know much about, and I am out here today to try to figure out what these frames are about. I'm also, like 2 weeks ago, I am out here trying to get some clips for my 1,000 subscriber edit. You might be asking, why am I trying to skate new frames while at the same time, trying to get clips for an edit? And I don't know. My deadline's coming up and I want to have some fun with it, so I might as well try some frames that I'm not really used to, kind of challenge myself. If you guys didn't follow the video I put out 2 weeks ago, so I did give myself a new subscriber goal. So I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before, I think I said June. And after last week's video, it's not my last week's video, but after 30 and rolling, gave me a little shout out in his video. I shot up like 60 or 70 subscribers within a handful of days, which is awesome, but it definitely pushed up my my shooting schedule. Don't worry guys, if I don't get all the clips I need or all the clips I want and need for the edit, I'm not gonna like prematurely release an edit. If anything, it'll just be late. With all that said, I am out here at my first spot. Unfortunately, I couldn't go anywhere new. It's just because again, I'm not feeling good. I don't feel like going out and discovering some new spots. Here's the first one, which you guys have seen before. It is that nice little metal rail behind this church here. And the second one I'll show you guys later, but they both have metal elements to them, and that's why I'm here, because I think the metal frames will do really well on the metal obstacles. Oh, and another reason why I'm here is because I was reviewing the footage from last time I was here, and I didn't like any of the shots I got, and on top of that, the switch up I did, it was a switch up I think I nailed first try, and I think it looks cool, but it was within my comfort zone, and I'm not really stoked about that. I want to challenge myself a little more. So I'm here to get a switch up that I think will be a little more challenging, and now I have the right angles in mind to where I think it'll look good. So with all that said, I'm gonna get my skates on and we're gonna hit this rail. That acid 360 out was really fun. Kind of made me realize I need to 360 out of tricks more often. Also, skating in pants that you've never skated in before. I don't know, if you guys have noticed, these pants are a little baggier. They're kind of like a jogger situation with an elastic band at the bottom around the ankle, and they're super comfy. I'm normally a jeans skater. I skate in jeans, and a lot of that's just because I like a thicker material between, whatever I bang my shin on and my shins. I don't think it's gonna make a difference if I whack my shins or not in jeans or, something thinner anyways. So yeah, weird skating in something I don't normally skate in. Okay, so got the heart rate going, did a few tricks there. I think I'm gonna start working on my switch up. So acid, true spin, true topsoil. So yeah, I'm gonna start working on that. Hopefully I get a good clip. I don't think I'm gonna use my GoPro because I realized the spot with the GoPro, it just doesn't look good. So I'm gonna use my main camera. Let's hope it makes for a good clip. Okay, after one attempt, I'm wondering if a hop would look cooler or a pivot. I think the hop's a bit more aggressive. I think the pivot's a little more stylish. I mean, I think they're both stylish, but, and it's almost like with this obstacle, you know, there's like maybe 6 inches between the rail and the concrete wall here. I'm wondering if the pivot would be harder because that makes my foot go more perpendicular with the rail, and there's a possibility that the wheel could drag on the cinder block behind the rail. With the hop, I don't really have to worry about that. I guess with the hop, I do have to worry about possibly missing the rail and my foot going behind it and, you know, getting all twisted up. I think I'm gonna go for the hop a couple of times and then the pivot a couple of times and see what I like more.
Excuse me.
How are you?
Private property.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Hope we got a good shot though.
Thanks. Okay, spot number 2, kicked out of spot number 1, which is kind of a bummer because I feel like I was really starting to commit more. I don't think I would have gotten it, but I was definitely convincing myself to commit more. We'll get it another day. I don't think today's my day, guys. Yeah, a little bit of pressure in my head. Got kicked out of the first spot. Although I am getting really close to this back Unity 270 out, and I am gonna commit to keep trying it until I can't any longer. I'm basically there, but my left foot keeps landing perpendicular to the ledge, and I want it clean and parallel, like rolling away, like ready to roll. So yeah, let's go ahead and clean up this back Unity 270 out, and then I think that's all the energy I have left. I'm done. I hit my head. So that clearly was not my day. And that's perfectly okay. Sometimes we go out and we skate, and no matter how prepared I am, I could bring my mic to the session. Sometimes I forget it. I could charge all my batteries the night before. Whatever else goes into making a video, I get to have totally prepared and ready. You go to have the skate session, and that's not the issue. It's just you. Like I said, guys, I was skating with a head cold, and my energy was low. It's still kind of low. I'm still feeling a little weird. You just have to anticipate sessions that don't go exactly as planned. So what happened? I was skating with a cold. I got kicked out of my first spot, and then I hit my head at the second spot, kind of just cutting my session short, because when you already have a little bit of like head pressure going on, and then you smack your head on the concrete, it definitely doesn't feel good. But, that's why I wear a helmet, guys. That's why I preach, or I don't really preach it, but that's why I always recommend, if you guys go out and skate, always wear a helmet. Sometimes sessions don't go as planned, and that's totally fine. So let's talk about the frame. What I was really anticipating that day was, that was Sunday, today's Tuesday? Yeah. What I was anticipating for that session on Sunday was I wanted to skate a concrete ledge, and I wanted to ease into that by skating two spots that I knew I'd be able to skate relatively well. So the metal P-rail behind that church, and then that metal angle iron ledge at the second spot I went to. And then I had a third spot in mind, which was some ground down concrete, and I wanted to see if these frames would perform on the concrete ledge. Unfortunately, with the session getting cut short, I'm gonna have to skate these. I'm gonna have to go out again and start with the concrete ledge, because I don't think it's gonna go as well as I might expect it to, or as well as I want it to. I'm expecting these frames to get really tripped up on the concrete, be really sticky, and just kind of not work so well. And that's fine if they do that. I'm just gonna know to keep these to kind of like rails and capped ledges and skate park sessions. And that's totally fine. It's the right tool for the right job. How am I liking these frames? Actually, the experience I had on Sunday, and my previous experiences with skating them at skate parks, I really love these frames. They kind of feel just like my Aeons, but metal. The wheel bite protection is awesome. I was hopping on stuff and not even thinking twice about it. This is a really nice protection down here. I do have the banana rocker going on, so my inside wheels are a little bigger, or they're not bigger, but they're lower to the ground and at a size that picks up these 62 millimeters. So I do get that little bit of swirliness, which I like. And how did that feel? It felt good. Honestly, the biggest difference between skating a plastic frame and skating a metal frame is the responsiveness and the stiffness of the ride. I could feel every tiny little bump I rolled over. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but it's not for everyone. If you're gonna skate this frame, I would suggest skate it completely flat and get really soft wheels, like 88s or something like that. Because I have two wheels down, and I'm on, I can't remember what these Conjure mini flats are, but I think they're a harder wheel, so everything's really stiff and really jarring. Also, if you skate these frames and you do a harder wheel, I would recommend getting a nice heel pad, just something to absorb the shock a little bit more. But I really like these frames, and I would go as far to say that I kind of like them more than the Wish frames I skated a couple weeks ago. I understand I need to skate both of these frames a lot more in order to really get a feeling for them, but I'm just having a lot of fun on these frames. The power transfer, it's almost like 100%. You push down, you cut into the ground, and you feel the full force of that stride versus a little bit of dissipation I got with any kind of plastic frame. I'm speaking really highly of the frames right now. I need more sessions, but the only downside I would say to this Kizer Element 2 frame is I think it only comes in one size. I think it comes in, oh gosh, I can't even remember the wheelbase, but I think it comes in one size, and that, I think if you have a size 8 or 9 foot, I think you're probably at the max of what would look good with a boot. I mean, you can put a frame under your boot that fits under your boot, but I hate that. And I don't think it's ideal for stability. So I'm a size 8. I'm in the small 909, and when I look down, I can see my wheel. And back here, I can definitely see my wheel. It hangs out more on the back here. But I think if you were like a medium boot, that's when it would start to become like right to the edge. And then I think if you are a large, your frame is way too small. If you're in a large boot and you're in this frame, it's just way too small. So I think that's one of the only downsides about this frame. I think it's for more people with, smaller end feet or smaller end shell sizes. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. The session didn't go as planned, but that still didn't keep me from having fun. I'm perfectly fine, no head injury or anything. And I got at least one clip that I want to use. So that's all I have for today's video, guys. It wasn't as exciting as I had planned it to be, but that's just how sessions happen sometimes. So while I'm closing out the video, I do want to let everyone know that I posted my first Patreon all access video. So it's up on my Patreon page. If you are a all access member, you can find the link to that video, and it's a room/studio tour where I show you guys some of the equipment I shoot with, my skate collection, and just the stuff in the room here. It was a really fun video to make, and I think if you guys want to see some more behind the scenes/personal stuff from me, that's a good place to go. I think I'm going to be able to make one video a month for my all access patrons, so look forward to that if you want to see that. I also wanted to say that I dropped off my t-shirt design at the screen printer today. So if you guys are looking forward to grabbing a t-shirt, I think they'll be ready within the next 2 weeks, so end of the month, beginning of next month. And yeah, I'm gonna have those available soon, so if you guys want a heads up on that when I go to release them, you can sign up and become a patron, and I'm gonna let all those guys know before I let my subscribers on YouTube know. So with all that said, thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Stay spooked.